Hi, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here we've got the AquaLung i300 wrist-style dive computer. This is a Nitrox capable, very nice and very easy to use dive computer, suitable for beginner divers all the way up to advanced divers. So let's have a look at what you get in the box. Okay, so in the box, we open it up. You've got your dive computer itself. So we're just going to take that out. We're going to take a look at that in a little bit. Inside the box as well, you get your user manual, a quick start guide, and you also get a battery replacement tool. So this is the tool that you use to take off the battery compartment at the back. And that's all that you get in the box. So let's take a look at the dive computer and see how it works. Okay, so it's a nice compact sort of wrist style computer. So it's got a nice big, easy to read display, 2-button user interface. It also has this little red section here. That's quite a bright LED. So when it's trying to alert you, that will illuminate as well. Very nice styling around the bezel. And all over the dive computer is very nice, well made. It's got a good feel to it, nice and comfortable. You've got your data port here. So this is where you plug in your USB cable, and that's going to be to download your dives onto your desktop computer after you've been diving. Use a changeable battery. So this is where that battery tool goes in. You click it in there and undo that battery compartment, change the battery in the O-ring. So that's user changeable. You can buy those battery kits. Just keep one in your dive kit. That way, if you're ever running low on batteries, you can just change it whilst you're on the boat. And all in all, very nice build quality. When you're going into using it, you've got the advanced button and the select button. And every time you press the advanced button, the screen illuminates. You can change how long the screen illuminates for, which is quite a nice feature. But it just means that you don't have to hold down a certain button for a second just for it to illuminate. It's whenever you want to cycle through information, it's going to illuminate for you. So right now it's just on surface mode, so it's saying it's been switched on for 17 minutes and we're going to be breathing air. So water activated, if you jump in the water it will start calculating and it knows that we're set to air. But if we start going through the different menus, press advance, the first screen it goes to is your previous dive. So that's really handy for filling out your logbook. All you do is press a single button and it's going to go straight to your last dive with your maximum depth, your dive time, and which dive number it was. Very handy, very useful for filling out your logbook. Keep going and it goes through the time and the temperature. Then you've got your no fly time, so how long you can't fly before. Then you go into plan mode. So this, I'll go into this mode just so that we can see more of what the actual dive screen is going to look like when it's underwater. So press select, you go into it. You've got your current depth, you know decompression limit and what you're breathing. But this bottom section will change when you're underwater, so it will show off different information as you cycle through. If we go back, start going through, so now you've got your logbook, go into that, none yet, but this will go through all of your previous dives. So if you want to look back through your dive history, you can cycle through all your different dives in that. Set gas. So go into that. Right now we're on air, but say I want to change that to nitrox. You can then cycle through, pressing the advanced button. Now we're on 21% oxygen. We can then cycle through all the different percentages, all the way up to 50, and then back rounds to air. Very simple. Set alarms, set utilities, set time, set mode. So right now it's on dive mode, but you can change that to gauge, free, and then back to dive mode. So dive mode is your scuba. Gauge mode, it just acts as a bottom time, a depth gauge, so it's not recording your decompression. And then Freedive is just your snorkeling, so holding your breath. It just ramps up how often it samples, but it doesn't penalize you for coming up too quick. And then back round to the beginning. So all in all, very nice, very simple, very well-made dive computer from AquaLung. and that's the AquaLung i300 dive computer. If you missed my latest Simply Scuba Live, click on this link up here, and as always guys, safe diving.